Lucifer is one of the most controversial deities of all time, in my opinion. Lucifer was never seen as a bad deity until the fall of Rome, when a lot of the Catholics at the time had actually gone back and rewritten the Bible to paint him in a very negative and bad light. So when you're doing your research going forward, be very careful over the sites and sources that you are reading about to make sure that they aren't written by somebody associated with the Catholic Church, because later this is going to be shown to be not only falsified, but also plagiarized. So moving forward past that, Lucifer stands for the light bringer or the morning star. Lucifer is known as the Prince of Darkness, but he is also a great deity to work with because he provides people with insight and illumination on their path towards enlightenment. So generally, Lucifer will reach out to you or want to work with you or be receptive to you if you are somebody that is going through a path in your life or a part in your life where you feel extremely lost or you need help with enlightenment. Lucifer is one of the deities that will not sugarcoat anything to you. He will give any answer that you ask with not super blunt, but it's enough for him to say, like, I'm not sugarcoating this information with you, and that's just how things are. But at the same time, do not be intimidated by that. He's not mean whatsoever. He's just extremely honest with people and will give everything to you straight up, just how it should be, because he cares. So Lucifer is one of those deities where he is extremely confident. He was actually the first deity to me who had manifested to me like right up to my face. He came to me in full-on like human form right in my face, which was the first time that it ever actually happened to me with a deity. Most of them kind of stand at the door or like, in a far distance from me. But yeah. Lucifer is shown in many pictures as the fallen angel, or in the picture I have shown up here in the Travis McHenry Occult Tarot, where he is depicted as a baby with wings sitting in a pile of skulls, represented on the card of death. So death is Lucifer's tarot equivalent, but it is also the tower, the devil, obviously the devil, and the moon. Lucifer is represented by feminine energy and the moon and Venus, similarly to other deities that have a very nurturing energy, but Lucifer is more of a nurturing energy in the sense of providing enlightenment through the darkness. So again, like I had said, generally coming to you during a dark time in your life where you feel lost. Similar to that moon energy when we look at the moon card in tarot, when it's talking about the hidden depths of a situation and needing to shine light on that. That's where he is represented here. So things for Lucifer when you start working with him. Lucifer is not one of those deities that prefers statues and prayers. Lucifer is one of the deities that prefers a few offerings as a sign of respect. So things like that for him would be things like pomegranate, dark chocolates, honey, and apples. But some of his favorites include hard liquors, so rum. Jack Daniels is his favorite drink, by the way, and other really strong cigars and strong tobaccos. So other things that could be represented for him as far as like offerings or sort of ways to pay respect to him if you cannot get an offering or don't have an altar space set up are things like acts of healing and self-care towards yourself. Like I had said, because Lucifer is somebody that will try his best to help you through a situation if you feel very lost, he will do his best to provide you with whatever healing you need, but you need to do your work on your part. So things like shadow work and maintaining a healthy diet and exercise, as well as cleaning your space. Lucifer absolutely hates negative energy. In fact, he is one of the first people to tell me if I need to clean my room or if I need to even take a little bit of incense around my room, or however you prefer to energetically and physically clean your space. He will be the first person to tell you to do that. But yes, so do not be intimidated by Lucifer. It's very easy for a lot of people to think that he is a very negative energy, which is actually quite the opposite. When he's been around me. He has been a very kind deity, and he's very patient. He's not one of those people that will, or people, deities that will kind of, stick his head in a lot and kind of be like, hey, like, you need to do this, or he's not demanding. And never, ever, ever has he knocked over anything or done anything that you will see in movies that's saying it's Lucifer, by the way, just so you know. It's just, keep in mind that going forward, there's a lot of misinformation about Lucifer that was caused by Catholic propaganda that you need to be aware of, and it's your responsibility as the kind of person that is going to be working with him to not have that opinion formed based off of things that were falsified and plagiarized. And you need to also know your kind of code of ethics when you work with him. Overall, just like keeping things in mind about being respectful and, not doing anything that would cause hurt feelings. So yeah, that's how it is, just kind of working with Lucifer and some things that you can expect. When he revealed himself to me as like my one of my patrons alongside Aphrodite, he was still very much like, you don't need to get me a statue. So, I mean, that's just something that going forward you might want to keep in mind, is even if you do plan to work with him for a long time, he's still very kind of like humble, I guess. Even though he's very confident, he will definitely manifest himself to you a lot of the time. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.